Minecraft is a game that I've been playing for many years, and yet still have new stories to share, which is very rare of most games nowadays. But what could there possibly be to still talk about? I mean, you've made 3 videos about Minecraft already. Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, well, for the past 3 videos, I've mainly talked about the creative and survival modes of Minecraft. Those are still fun, of course. However, every once in a while, you want to play on a server, and this is where realms come in. You see, there are 2 realms in particular I want to talk about in this video and the next video. There's the Yeet realm and the Yeet Earth. Both are owned by the same guy, Kripsa. Now, truth be told, I don't remember how I was actually introduced to the Yeet realm. My guess is that I probably found it through either Zach Daily Games or Claw from Chicago, since they've both done streams on it before. Either way, I was introduced to the Yeet realm towards the end of 2019. The Yeet realm is a realm that contains over 8 cities, although there are 3 really important ones. First, there's the capital of the realm, Yeet City, and with its suburb of Yeet Falls. Yeet City and Yeet Falls were the first ever built on the realm, and the first cities I would build in. My first ever building I would build in Yeet City is this, less than impressive structure. You see, what I was going for was a super tall skyscraper with this same design that I had in my old Xbox 360 city, but instead we got... yeah. Anyways, from there, I built a lot of things. More skyscrapers, including what was for a short time the tallest building on the realm. Are you going to mention how Kripsa basically did most of the work since he used /fill to do most of the building? Shut up, it's still my design! No it isn't. It's based on the original design for the 2 World Trade Center in New York before it got changed to... whatever this thing is. So I think that... Anyways, I soon quickly established myself as a brand on the realm. BBI, now renamed to BBA Inc, was expanding rapidly, and so was Yeet City. Shops, skyscrapers, homes, yachts. BBA Inc was big, but it would soon grow much bigger. You see, I mentioned there are 3 main cities on the realm, right? Well, there's one city in particular that I have yet to mention, and that 3rd city is BBA City. The idea, of course, stemming from BBA City here on the channel. BBA City first opened construction during the early quarantine of 2020, and boy, quite a lot has happened since then. First of all, let's go over the city layout. There's the main downtown over by this lake, suburbs to the immediate north and east of it, the city government to the west, that interstate that divides the city into 2, and to the south, the Strip. What's the Strip? Well, in real life, it refers to the famous part of Las Vegas where all the famous casinos are located along Las Vegas Boulevard. And BBA City has quite a few of those Vegas casinos. The Bellagio, the Strat, the Venetian, and many more. Early on, however, this was extremely hard to get off the ground, as Kripsa had outright banned building of casinos on the realm. In fact, the government as a whole was apparently in a state of, as Kripsa called it, flawed communism. And so, me and Gigi just spent ages trying to convince Kripsa to allow gambling on the realm, and even try to legalize it in BBA City myself, although Kripsa was quick to overrule it. Finally, he eventually caved in because he was so tired of getting annoyed by it. So you hear that, kids? If you want to change a rule that you don't like, just never shut up about it until they cave in. No, BradyBadlyAnimates does not claim responsibility for any suspensions, firings, or groundings that will result from this. However, even with gambling now legalized, Kripsa wasn't going to fully accept defeat like this. And as such, as I was wrapping up my first ever casino, he built a bunch of armor stands of protesters protesting the new casino. And so I just... killed them. I mean, I stopped the protests. It's like what happened in China in 1989, which was nothing. This wouldn't be the last time the casinos would cause a headache, however. As recently, I was working on building the Las Vegas Venetian, which is the largest casino by far in BBA City. Now, what I've been doing on my more recent casino builds is building one of the hotel floors, and then having Kripsa clone and paste it throughout the rest of the building, so that way the building can get done a lot quicker. Now, the thing with the Venetian is that when looking from above, it's a Y shape. And so, to accurately build it, I also had to build the Y shape. What does this have to do with cloning? Well, the Venetian has 2 buildings, the main Y-shaped one and this N-shaped one. And the way you clone buildings in Minecraft is that you have to select a square or rectangular area to clone. You can't make funky shapes, like a Y. And that was fine with all the other buildings because even if they weren't fully square, there were no other buildings too close to get in the way. This little building, however, is in the way. And so, for Kripsa to clone a floor, you would have to take the bottom half of the Y first, and then clone the top half of the Y separately. However, Kripsa kept messing up, causing the building to unalign several times, and then just pasting a bunch of rooms in the sky somehow. And because of that, Kripsa rage quit halfway done with the building. And so now, the building just sits there, remaining unfinished. As I didn't want to build up the final 4 floors of the casino because of how long it took me to build the first 2, and Kripsa doesn't want to clone the rest of the structure. And so now it just sits there as we both await someone else to do something. So, Kripsa, if you're watching this, I'm gonna need that cloning finished. This, of course, isn't the only time me and Kripsa have butted heads. In February, the realm had its tax day. And, just like the US, we had to calculate how much we owed. I did not want to do that. I was lazy, and besides, I'm basically the Mr. Krabs of the realm. I didn't want to pay taxes, as that would require me to give the government some of my hard-earned emeralds. And so, what did I do? I'm going to declare independence! What? I threatened secession from the government. If you don't eliminate my taxes, I will leave. I'll just kick you from the realm then. You can't silence the movement of the BBA people. I may fall, but someone will take my place. Yeah, but even if you secede, what if I decide to stay a part of Yeet? Therefore, I'll be cut off from the rest of the realm. Oh, in that case, you'd basically just become Alaska. Alright, fair enough. Fine! I'll lower you stupid taxes. Are you happy now? That doesn't solve the part where I want to control all affairs of BBA City. Fine. Then, I'll reform the government. Really? Alright, I'll stay. For now. So, yeah, me threatening to leave made the entire realm go from a flawed communism to a republic, with a new capitol building and everything. Now that I think about it, I have no idea where Kripsa didn't just send me back to prison again. Speaking of prison, one night, I made a joke with Gigi about him selling me nukes and then me hiding them underground, because Gigi controls all the nukes of the realm. Kripsa and his friend Will immediately take us into questioning. Of course, I immediately make jokes out of it because, well, it didn't happen. And, well, it's Minecraft, and TNT explosions were turned off. So, you can't really do much of a nuke here. Where did you put the nukes? If I told you where they were, it wouldn't be a secret now, wouldn't it? So, we immediately get sent to prison, and our game mode is set to survival. I, of course, try fleeing by immediately setting my game mode back to creative. I'm free! Time to work on my... Oh. We then get sent to the guillotine, get executed, and then get buried. But, because this is Minecraft, it was less of an execution and burial and more of a, okay, stand below the piston. Okay, now, get in the hole. So, you come here often? Of course, this also wasn't the only time Gigi and Kripsa would end up in a conflict. As one day in September, Zappy Zebra, another admin on the realm, blew up one of Gigi's trucks and his sign. And he began mobilizing a military force, which doesn't make any sense considering his company specializes in electric cars, hotels, and rockets. I don't know where he would have gotten a military out of that. Gigi, in retaliation, mobilizes his army and threatens Zappy with nuclear weapons. The rest of the realm goes into panic mode. Dr. Brown, a server admin who owns Yeet Falls, orders an evacuation of Yeet Falls, same with Yeet City, while BBA City closed down Gigi's and Zappy's businesses. See, I'm like Switzerland. I take no sides here. Oh right, you also control our power. While this was happening, Kripsa tried talking Gigi down. And yes, only Gigi. Zappy was just suddenly nowhere to be seen. And so the rest of the war was really just this. Call off your troops. No. Also, why aren't you questioning Zappy? Zappy? Zappy, are you there? Anyways, get rid of your troops. I will if Zappy pays me money. No. Delete them now. I'll delete Zappy's. No. Alright, I'm just gonna delete them. And just like that, they were gone. Although for some reason the fighter just stayed around for a while. I don't know. Now, of course, I've only scratched the tip of the iceberg of stuff that's happened on the realm. This is just the interesting stories, which is why the realm seems much more chaotic than it actually is, because those are just the really interesting parts. It would have been a pretty dumb video for me to just talk about each building I built for 10 minutes. So, yeah, the Yeet realm is a pretty fun and chaotic place, and I'm excited to continue working on it and making BBA City an even cooler city. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Part 2 coming soon where I'll talk about the Yeet Earth. Oh yeah, it's not even on the realm anymore, so I lied.